Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price this Tuesday as we're starting to play in the lower range of our channel at this $38,000 support level, rejecting the $41,950 level so far. And I did talk about this scenario for the last couple of days where we'll come and test this $38,000 level, but we'd have to monitor the smaller time frames and the volume when we do test these levels. And so today we can start looking at the hints that we're getting. Now that we're testing the $38,000 level, we're not necessarily seeing the buy volume come in here. So we're going to talk about the $36,500 and the $34,788 support level today. Of course, these are two major areas, and the bears, of course, have been defending the $40,000 big even. We get above the $40,000 level. Now we're above the weekly open. That's the first sign of a rescue operation, of course. And so I'm going to talk to the bulls. Of course, the bears also are important, and I want to address both audiences as I always do on the Snipers channel. And we'll also take a look at what's happening to Ethereum, of course, because altcoins are potentially going to be outperforming Bitcoin if we're going to continue to see this type of sideways price action. And when we look at what's happening to the leading altcoin, Ethereum to Bitcoin, starting to see a little bit of a rejection here at this resistance of a symmetrical triangle. I talked about the volume yesterday here not being what I wanted to see, and that the breakout was nice, but it was potentially not going to be fulfilled to completion. You can see on the hourly chart, we barely had a couple candles get above there before coming back to test this weekly open. But we are seeing some good volume come in when it comes to sellers versus buyers. This is a lot of retail volume here. We're not seeing as much institutional volume, but the retail volume says that Ethereum is clearly the asset that a lot of investors are looking at right now, especially because we're above 65,000 Satoshis, which is really the major level. And of course, on the Snipers channel, the red lines are always the most important levels on our charts. So we'll talk about the revolving parts of the cryptocurrency market, like the total market cap chart, others dominance, and Bitcoin dominance. And then we'll wrap up the video looking at traditional markets to correlate them with the cryptocurrency market, as we always do here on the Snipers channel. My name is Naeem Alabadi. As always, remember to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm so that we can hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel. So first, let's look here at Bitcoin. Testing 38,000, this has been no surprise. And I talked about watching the smaller time frames. We're not seeing the buyers come in here. So my expectation is the possibility of 36,500 and 34,788 getting tested right now is high. And here's really where I would have some concern. $34,788 level is showing confluence with this 50-day moving average. So that's a puzzle piece that we have to address on the table. 36,500 is certainly a major level to watch, because notice here how Bitcoin had this $36,500 level act as support. You can see on these daily candles, the majority of the body has always maintained above 36,500. Then we saw a breakdown, and that caused us to get below 34,788 again. But then notice how it came back to act as a resistance at 36,500. So the fact that it acted as a support when we initially came down to test 30,000 in mid-May, and then it acted as a resistance in late June, that tells me that 36,500 is probably the level that we really want to watch the micro time frames with to see if the volumes at least come there, because the path of least resistance when there's light volume is always sideways to a little bit higher. So getting to 36,500, if we can see some volume, the $40,000 level is the big even that we want to see Bitcoin get above. If we want to talk to the bulls and we want to assume a successful rescue operation, we get above 40,000, we're back above this 100-day moving average. That could potentially get us to that 20-week moving average. We'll test 41,950 again, and then potentially break the level to get to the 20-week and 200-day moving average. But here's the thing. When it comes to the bears, this $34,788 level showing confluence with this 50-day moving average, we don't see volume coming at 36,500. The likelihood of us testing 34,788 becomes higher. We're testing this level for, I can't even count how many times at this point. We've tested it so many times that you knock on a door enough times, I believe if 34,788 is tested, we could potentially see Bitcoin show new yearly lows towards the $26,000 level. And so that's just for the bears and the bulls. I have to talk to both audiences. You guys are both important. And that's what I'm expecting here with Bitcoin. Now, there's not much to talk about when it comes to altcoins, but there are some things I do want to talk about here with Ethereum. So notice how we are below the weekly and monthly open, which is showing confluence at the 100-day moving average at 2550. Remember, if Bitcoin starts to cool down, the chance of this chart cooling down is very high. The first level of interest that I have here is going to be this 200-day and 100 or the 50-day moving average, because there's confluence here with the previous weekly open at 2190, so it's really that $2,200 level. This is going to be an interesting place for Ethereum. If we continue to see volume come in at this level, we could assume Ethereum is going to be moving ahead of Bitcoin as Bitcoin continues to move to the side. So if Bitcoin stays above 34,788 and below 40,000, we really have to start monitoring these altcoins. Now, we break below this $2,200 level. That's a different scenario. We can talk about that if it happens, of course. But for now, this is an area of interest that I have here at 2190 for Ethereum. And the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, not much going on. We're sitting at the 65,000 Satoshi level. We will monitor this. We haven't yet broke out. We want to see that decisiveness to confirm the breakout. And then the total cryptocurrency market cap chart below the 200-day moving average weekly open and monthly open right now. It's turnaround Tuesday. I told you guys that yesterday. We get back above 1.75 trillion. That's where we want to go, because that gets us above the 20-week moving average. And that's preferably what you'd want to see here, because then we'd be above all daily moving averages and the 20-week, and we can assume new all-time highs for the cryptocurrency market. We stay below this $1.5 trillion level, then sideways price action is highly justified. With others' dominance, though, we're above the 200-day moving average. So that's interesting, and above the weekly and monthly open. So this is what I'm watching right now. I've been talking about the dominance levels being important this week, specifically because Bitcoin dominance is testing the 20-week moving average. So far, we're seeing rejection. This looks like we could see continued lows here for Bitcoin dominance so far. We haven't gotten above the 20-week moving average. So that would be a big puzzle piece. So traditional markets, the DXY, still showing calmness. That's what I want to see. The S&P 500 still showing calmness, sideways price action. We do have some bullish candles here. Looks like we could see new highs here. That's not a bad thing. The environment outside of Bitcoin being this good, in my opinion, gives us the leverage that we need to assume Bitcoin is not going to see the $30,000 level or the low 30,000s, below 35,000. We start to see weakness in some of these other revolving parts outside of the cryptocurrency world, then we can start being a little bit more concerned. So it looks like this calmness in traditional markets is going to allow Bitcoin to kind of slow down a little bit. And obviously that's been the storyline over the last few weeks with us consolidating here at these lower levels. So cool stuff happening. Turnaround Tuesday. We have a lot left for this week, so stay tuned to the Snipers channel. And with that, I want to give away one of my favorite books on value investing to one of you snipers watching the channel. If you want to win this book, comment below your favorite altcoin and remember to smash the like button. You'll have a chance to win the book. I'll pick a winner from our video yesterday. The Truth Seeker says, bro, perfect timing. You are a savior in the sea of volatility. Thank you, man. Send me a message on Instagram. I don't know if you've already won a book or not, but it is what it is. You get two. I hope you enjoyed today's analysis, snipers. Until next time, snipers